Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
It's nearly that time, everybody. We're
You know,
nearly done for the year.
We were meant to be on holidays at this point already, but
Literally,
then,
we were.
just when we thought our news sack was empty, Bungie comes along and they're like, "Oh, have we got something for you, ladies and gentlemen?"
With that big sack of theirs, they just thought, you know
They
what?
just
We're
thought-
not going to come once a year.
They're gonna come and...
Alright, Ralph, I heard that some shit went down today with good old Bungie, our favourite people in the world. We love Bungie. Everyone knows that we love Bungie. I did skim over the news, but when you called me saying, "Got to meet today, we're supposed to be on holidays," but no, we're not. We're here to talk about some stuff that went down. So, Ralph, please tell me what actually happened today with Bungie. Clears the throat, getting ready for it.
Anyone that plays Destiny knows that they have these events that they run fairly regularly. There are different events throughout the year. One of them is called the Dawning event. Okay, it's meant to be like the Winter Wonderland Christmas celebration event
Of Overwatch, Winter
It's-
Wonderland. I've never played Overwatch. Apparently it's amazing, but continue.
It's meant to be a celebration of gift giving. That's the focus of it. It's about giving and receiving gifts. But the only gift that you're giving is your cash to Bungie.
That's unlike Bungie,
I know,
though, isn't
right?
it? It's
Can you
unlike
believe
Bungie
this?
to, set something up, make it all friendly and nice, and then apparently we're going to find out some evil stuff.
So when they had this event in the past, it actually had Sparrow League Racing attached to it, which is a new game
That's
mode
pretty cool.
where you get to race your sparrows around like specifically designed tracks. It was really, really awesome and everyone loved it. And guess what? We don't get that this time around, but what we do get is cosmetics. And that's very
Oh.
exciting because everyone loves cosmetics, right? Except when you stuff them into disgusting, filthy loot boxes, and then you manage the economy so that players actually do not have enough rewards in their weekly reward cycle to earn everything they want, and then they need to spend money to get the remaining items.
it's just like, it's Christmas time, and it's like, instead of them going, hey, this is a great time to rebuild the brand that we've kind of tarnished, this is the shit that they want to do. Of course, Bungie, we love you so much. Thank you again for giving us another juicy news.
So the details of this are actually really important to understand. There's an awesome Redditor who's done a great breakdown of all the different stuff that you can get from this event. It's all locked behind Tess Eververse. Tess Eververse is basically the cash shop in Destiny 2. She's the one that sells the loot boxes, and she also sells specific items that you can buy with in-game currencies as well. So the guy here that's done this breakdown has essentially said that if you want to get every single item in the Dawning, it's going to cost you 32,900 bright dust. That's an absolutely obscene amount of bright dust, and the good thing is that some of the rewards that you get from engrams that you earn for free actually don't break down into bright dust. They break down into glimmer, which is a different type of currency that you actually can't use to buy these rewards that you want. So this is very similar to something like Star Wars Battlefront 2, where they say, here's everything and you can absolutely earn it for free if you want, but the grind towards getting all of it is so large, and it's actually impossible in certain instances.
It totally is,
because they're just controlling the economy so that it's just completely out of your reach.
Not to mention, this is only for a limited time, this whole festival thing.
This is a very important point.
They cannot expect anyone that doesn't have... people that don't even have lives, that sit there for 24 hours a day, will still not be able to get this. Like, it's just yet again, I know I said it before, but like, god damn it, they just love doing it to themselves.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm kicking my ass, Divine!
The other thing is that they sell shaders here within this Dawning, okay? Within this festival that are Dawning specific. Now, shaders in Destiny used to be, you earn them from doing stuff in-game, and they were infinitely reusable. You could just reapply them. In Destiny 2, they changed that, because they thought, hey, we can make more money if we make them consumable, and we put them in loot boxes, okay? So that's the way it works now. They've added Dawning specific shaders that are consumable. So you can earn them in the Dawning, and then once you've used them in the Dawning, you can't earn them again later on. So you can have this awesome piece of armor with this like awesome shader on it that you love, and you can pretty much never change the color after that, because once you've used it, it's kind of like, well, that's gone forever. That's the way that works.
I mean, look,
great.
To put it in a loot box, of course, is annoying enough, right? Oh, shit, we got a ghost in here. What the fuck?
That was our Darth Maul.
Oh, that was our Darth Maul that just fell
triggered.
everybody.
He's just fell over.
Oh, shit. Sorry. He's like, I hated The Last Jedi so much. Ah, I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
I was a way better villain than
He was a way better
Kylo.
villain. It's annoying enough to put things in loot boxes, right? But then to put something in a loot box that you probably have to spend a lot of money, you know, to acquire, then it's a consumable.
That's the shittest
It's
thing
like,
ever.
wow. At least, and on top of that, wow. And on top of that, you actually can only get it in a certain time period. And then if you put it on a really, you know, amazing piece of armor that you've worked so hard for, you have to then keep that skin. Otherwise, you've lost it. It's
Totally.
like, it's just such a, oh god, it's a system, of course, that's gonna automatically piss people off. Of course.
But the fun doesn't stop though. Get this, they still have not given Destiny 2 fans enough vault space to actually collect all of the shit that they may want you to buy from your loot boxes. We had like 3 times the amount of vault space in Destiny 1. We lost all of that in Destiny 2, and then we can't even sort our vaults anymore, by the way. It's just this big jumbled mess
But, like,
that you literally cannot reorganize.
Why would they do, like, what do you think is the logic behind making that vault smaller? Is it because they
I'll tell you
then
exactly what it is. This is the honest truth. It actually costs server costs, running costs, to be able to give you more vault space. I've had this conversation with developers in other games, and I can tell you that storage space for items is expensive, and that's the only reason I could think that they have not done this, because the more items they give you, the more it costs them to host that information, to hold that information on their servers.
Okay.
If this was free and it was really cheap, they would have given it to us months ago, but they don't do it because it costs them money to allow you to collect all the things that they want you to buy in their loot boxes.
So, like, they increase their staff, right, by like 400 employees, right?
Yeah.
Then, so they can, you know, increase the development, right?
Sure.
Then they put in microtransactions and bleed you dry, right? Cool. And then you get all the stuff that they bleed you dry with. Then they're like, by the way, you can't actually store all the stuff that we've been bleeding you dry.
Sounds so ridiculous. Oh, and if you do get it, it's actually consumable as
It's
well.
like,
so-
oh, by the way, oh, did you love that skin? It's such a nice skin. By the way, if you actually change the skin, you lost it forever.
I used to love Bungie. This company is a fucking meme
It's
at this
like
point.
really bad.
Bungie is a meme at this point with how stupid this shit is. And the frustrating part of all of this is how few fucks they give.
Totally.
Like, Destiny 2 came out, the community's like, man, that sucks. We didn't really like this game. And then some people did, by the way, but the hardcore community didn't.
You know what?
So Bungie are like, you know what? Have this, the Curse of Osiris.
Yes.
And the community's like, man, that sucked even more. We hate that shit. And then Bungie's like, oh, okay, we hear what you're saying. How about a DLC, a free event that's just focused on microtransactions? Have that, guys. What do you think about that? Like,
Bungie's new logo is Bungie, a sense of pride and accomplishment.
bringing together the best of the publishers into one beautiful logo. But seriously, I used to have so much love and respect for this company, but like this shit is the best they can do. Literally creating an entire event that is built around microtransactions, managing the economy so that you can't earn all of it, making some of the items consumable and you can't even earn them once they're done, not giving you enough vault space to earn and collect the shit that you actually want. Like, this game has gone full EA.
But the thing is, I want to say something on the side. Now, I know we talk a lot about Overwatch, but Overwatch does it perfectly. I
Oh
think.
god, you're gonna trigger so many people in the
listen,
comments.
The Winter Wonderland.
Holy shit.
You know, you can attain the items. Yes, it's only in a certain period, right?
I'm distancing myself from these comments.
But it doesn't affect the game. You can get them if you want. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god, you have triggered so many people in the
Why?
comments. You're like
It's
the
true.
ultimate apologist for Overwatch.
I love Overwatch, and I honestly feel like, yes, I'm not a big fan of loot boxes, but they don't bring out Winter Wonderland to, you know, in a certain way that it bleeds people dry. If you have the coins, great. If you don't, well, the world changed, the atmosphere changes. You know, the actual event itself is not heavily reliant on, can I get all the skins?
All right,
Because
the whole event is about skins, by the way. Secondly, we had a really good like ratio on this video until Sam started speaking, and now the dislikes are like,
yes, look, people want to get the skins, but what I'm
Thirdly-
saying is, you don't jump onto Winter Wonderland. Okay, you want to get the skins. Okay, I get it. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of development and love and care that goes into this Winter Wonderland experience that Overwatch gives you. The levels change. You know, yes, there are skins
You
that
can
are
throw
brought out.
snowballs in this event.
You know, but the truth is there are a lot of events that they actually create, like the new Yeti one, or yes, the May snowball fight. Things that like that.
Listen. I hear what you're saying. I totally do. The counterpoint to that so many people are furiously typing away right now, is that there's a massive slippery slope argument that we talk about. The fact of the matter is, loot boxes in any form are predatory.
I agree
They're a
with
shitty
that.
way to do it. And being an apologist for Bungie, for Overwatch and Blizzard, is really just the whole slippery slope thing. You say it's okay in that instance.
not
Therefore,
saying-
you give them an inch, they take a mile.
Very clear here. I'm not a fan of loot boxes. Everyone that watches this knows that. But what I'm saying is, it was the sense of pride and accomplishment. No. It was the feeling of how they change the worlds, how they do additional levels and additional ways that you can actually play Overwatch through that time period. That feels like Winter Wonderland is special. But yes, you're right. Skins.
I think
are
the
a
one
big
thing I
part of
might
it.
agree with you on is that there's a sense of value that comes from playing Overwatch. That from those events, you get an idea that there's some work that's been put into it.
Yes.
I still think the loot boxes are garbage and it's predatory and all that sort of shit, but I hear what you're saying. The point here with the Dawning is that there's no work put into this, man. You literally just get to throw some snowballs at each other. It's the same shit otherwise, and the entire thing is about earning loot boxes. And as I said, a managed economy that locks you out of the best stuff. It's not a feeling of value. You do not feel the Dawning is respecting you as a player. You do not feel as though Bungie are listening to you and saying, yeah, we're taking your feedback on board. We're redesigning the game to make it better. You basically get the sense that Bungie are just saying like, buy our shit or else. That's it. Like, that's how it is at this point.
I agree.
So.
But look, you know what? It's the giving spirit of Bungie. It's the giving spirit.
We'll give you a loot box to purchase.
They're like, here's a present. You're like, oh, great. I can't open it. Well, it costs $3.99, but it's a present, and you can open it if you want to pay $3.99.
God bless you, Bungie, and a Merry Christmas
Merry
to all
Christmas
of
to
you.
all
Merry
Bungie people. We
Christmas.
love you.